Wow, how's it going there, game makers? Sorry about that. My OBS decided to just fail out on me all of a sudden for no reason, which was fun. So hopefully it's not one of those nights and things actually work for me and not completely shit out like it normally does. I'm looking to upgrade my internet pretty soon, so hopefully that'll fix some of the issues. The next thing on the list would probably be to make myself a new rig, so that way it's a little smoother and it's made a little bit more for streaming purposes. With that, oh, hey Rainbow Kappa. Just making sure you can hear me out there. It looks like faders are going across. Looks like you can hear me, so I'm gonna go with you can hear me until I'm told otherwise. We are going to really dive into SumRndmDude's character creation integrator, character creator EX integration with MV Online system tonight. We're gonna talk high level, then we're gonna get deep nitty gritty, and we are gonna try to at least get bare bones tonight. Hopefully. Hopefully we will get stuff done. I'm hoping we can get fully done pretty quickly. I'm not gonna be able to stream too long tonight because I partied really hard this weekend and I need some sleep. My brother and sister were in town. We had a lot of fun, but I'm hurting. I'm not gonna lie. With that, get strapped in. See what we're doing here. All right, Rainbow Kappa, you can totally see me. We're good to go. All right, cool. Let's dive into what we need to do today. Okay, so we still need to do SRD integration. So very high level, let's think about what needs to be accomplished tonight. Okay, so right now, the way that it's working, hour and a half. I might go 2 hours, Rainbow, depending on how things kind of roll. But I'm hoping to be intense. This is gonna try to be like we're gonna code. We're gonna bash some code against the wall and see if we can get this working pretty quickly. So let's go. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make it so that we can. Right now, I believe the way that it works is that there's like a game. What is it called? It's game actors, custom character, actor ID. No. Where are you here? We do want to keep this in mind here. I'm just going to put this here just so we can go back to it. We want, what are we looking for? It is game character creations. Yeah, so this is the key here. So we want to take what's in, dang it, character creations. We want to take the information that's stored in here and we want to essentially put it to the database and then call it from the database when needed. So we need to be able to, instead of storing it into this, need to store info to database. Into database. Okay. Before that, we need to set up database to allow character info. Okay, then so we need to set up the database to allow for character info. All right, so this is going to involve setting up a new model, you know, creating a post request that we can then save our character info into Mongo. Then we're going to need to take that game character creation, instead of sending it to that to an array, I believe it is, then we can send it to the database, and then we need to read from database the JSON. Then the last but not least, the biggest one would be full integration with net player characters. So this last part is going to be we have kind of like an event generator from the from your own game. So when a player joins your game, it's creating an event for that player. Excuse me. But we need to be able to hijack it, make it so that this part is going to require understanding SRD's info a little bit more. So we need to be able to create it on the fly. And I don't know exactly how this works, so we're going to have to dive into the code a little bit on this, but let's kind of open everything up, make sure everything still works properly. Of course, I don't even have Steam open right now. Give me a second. But while we're doing that, maybe we should talk about how we're going to store in database, because I think that's important. So kind of like the model, how do we want to set this up while I launch RPG Maker? All right, so we want to store it in the database, right? So let's think about this. We want probably everything based off of either email or username. Yeah, how did I set up accounts and everything else? Well, we'll look into it, but I believe, how did I set this up? Username, email. I mean, technically we could get the ID of the account. Then we could always use it to populate, but I think it's easier because these have to be unique anyway. We could do it based off username and email. For right now, I will do username and email, but we could also do ID as well. I like username and email for right now. So we want username, we want email, and then we want to store this. Let's just say characters for right now. And we'll make this an array of JSON strings. Is that how we want to do this? Let's just do JSON strings. So the reason why I'm thinking of doing it this way for right now is Mongo, trying to put nested objects into Mongo can be a little bit of a pain. And I think JSON string makes a little bit more sense because we don't want to mutate the data at all. So let's save it as a string to the JSON. And then what we'll do is we'll key off which index in the array to do the characters with. For day one for today, we're just going to do everything at index of 0. So we're just going to make one character for every user. And then if you want to create more characters, you can. And then how you want to switch off is kind of up to you. But we can make a system afterwards where, you know, you can create multiple characters and then key it off the index of what your character is. You know, so you create one character, it's index 0, another character, it's index 1, another character, it's index 2. And we'll kind of build in logic that it'll allow for that. And it'll assume that you know which index is which. So that's how I'm saying it. Tonight. All right, so we get a basic database set. Well, let's figure out how we're gonna do it. How do I want to do this first? Let's build out everything in the front end first till we get up to the post request, then we'll start building into the back end. So let's see if we can hijack how this saves, essentially. Okay, so before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's create a new plugin file. Let's call this online character tour. I need to probably spell this better. Integration. JS. Okay. And let's. I'm not even gonna put all the headers and stuff. Let's just bare bones this for right now. So let's go back into SRD character creator. Let's see if we can hijack how this is done. So I remember, was it up here? No. Where do I create my character? Open character creator. Oh, like Steam. Okay, so we want to look for open character creator, which runs this Scene manager plus scene character creator. Scene character creator. If whoa, what are we doing here? Start, stop. No. That's not what we want. What I'm trying to do here is find. No, it's not the create file list. Create place view. No. We want to know where it's actually saving. We want to see where it is. Exit the scene. Like that one. See this pop scene. Where are you? That's build bitmap from info. This is going to be important. This build bitmap from info, I believe, is where we'll actually take the JSON, insert the info into here, and it'll actually create us the data to build the bitmap that then we can attach to the event down the road. Right now, we're just trying to save the info. So this is looking for the info. Right now, we're trying to save the info. Rainbow, will you be able to edit your character once you start playing? I mean, theoretically, yeah. I mean, it's just the character creator, right? So if you change things within the character creator that you could normally change, then yeah, I mean, you could upgrade your character. You could technically change your character. It's really how you want to use your mechanics on this is completely up to you. This is more just a way to integrate character creator with the online system. Yeah. So yeah, you can edit once you start playing because it's all going to be saved on the database anyway. So everyone will get the same data. All right. Load image. Yeah, that's going to be rough. All right. I'll figure that part out. Yeah, window-based draw character from info. Draw customer. Based off actor. No, but this is character info. Info XY. Alright. Yeah, we'll get into that. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so that's that. Let's see. I am trying to figure out where we're saving the info is what I'm going here. Yeah. Let's try save. Alright, save file info stuff. Get list compressed to 64. No, that shouldn't be it. No, that's not what we want. Where would this be saving? We want this. Go here. Oh. All right, so initialize, add info. Bueno. Add infos. Data. Ooh, we need to figure out. We need to do it for everything. Dead, side view, and face. Ooh. Well. All right, this complicates things. Okay, so we got a couple different things here now. So now, yeah, because we want it to work with everything. We don't want to just make it work with one thing. I mean, we could test just to make it work with one thing, but we need it to work with regular data. So it's So it's map character. So it's map character. It's the dead sprite, the SV sprite, and the faces. Side view sprite. And what was it? The face set. So we need to store all of this in the database. We could take all of it, JSON stringify it, and call it a day. I might not be that against it. The problem is we need to focus on exactly how we're going to do that. So what I'm thinking is, so instead of it being just an array of JSON, so it will still be an array of JSON strings, but the actual JSON string, right, will be like data JSON, right? And then data, you know, dead or something like this. Data dead JSON, and then data SV JSON, and data face, data your face JSON. Yeah, something like that. Right, and then we'll stringify, right? So here, JSON.stringify this whole thing. Okay, if that makes sense. So we're gonna make a giant object of everything, or a giant string of the entire object. But we do have to take this into account. We have data dead, we have data SV, and we have data face. These are the different things it's looking for. Oh, and it even has the what it's looking for, which is data dead, data SV, and data face. Okay, so it's not. Yeah, I can even copy this and this dot data. Yeah. So it's pretty much all the same thing that I did. I'll just use his vernacular throughout the whole thing. That way it's not weird. Okay, and then info 2, info 3, even this add infos. Okay, so this add infos, here we go. Where is this called? What? Yeah, but that's exiting this, but it can't be the only place that's. There we go. So exit the scene, puts it all here. Okay. All right, so this is where it actually saves everything. So exit the scene, puts everything in here. Preview window dead, preview window SV, preview window face. So this is where it puts everything in place. So what if we take an alias on the end of this? All right. Here's my game plan. Once again, we're just kind of prototyping everything. So if we came in here and said post to server data, the data, right? And once again, I'm hard coding this, but I'm honestly what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a aliasing function. I'll pretty much call this function so that way it's not overwriting anything. But for right now, I'm just going to overwrite just to iterate and make, you know, just see if it works. See if I'm in the right place. All right. Let's go with. All right, so we want to post it in here. Because right here we have all the information. Add info ID. Is there a way to get this info? Hold on a second. Hold on. Is there a way to get info? Get all the infos? Go to files. Add info, add infos, has info. It's based off type. Not what I want. Let's build bitmap from info. That's not what I want. We want all of this. Yes, we want data face, data SV, data dead. Want it all. But I don't want to call this 50 million times, so I am just going to Alright, I'm gonna copy this because I have a feeling on how I'm gonna do this. Let's go with, I need to take this. That. All right, so this is all the info with this ID. All right, so this is equal to that. So what I really want to do here is create a, so let's make a const. Let's say const, let's call this payload, because this is what we want to send to the server, right? So let's make this, right? Goodbye, all of you. Add this. Go up here. Let's not do that yet, actually. So for the payload, right. So we want data equal to, okay, hold on. No. Sorry, I'm overcomplicating it, guys. Do that. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. Now you're just going to decide to work. Oh, goodness. All right. All right, it looks like it's going to work now. Goodness gracious. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, my OBS is being super weird. I have no idea why. It's not my internet, it's not the CPU, it's just OBS deciding that it doesn't want to work on me. So let's hope that we don't get through that again. Worst case scenario, if it does happen again and we really can't get through, what I'm planning on doing is I'll put it into like record mode, and I'll just record everything and post it afterwards. I mean, gotta do what we gotta do, right? Let's hope that doesn't happen, but that's a good failover. We don't plan to fail, but we do plan if we do fail. Yes. Okay. Back to this. We got our payload. I don't know how much of this you saw. but this is kind of what we're going to be sending to the server. We'll probably be JSON stringifying this so that we can then send it to the server, but this is kind of the idea that we want, right? So when we are saving, right, we're getting all of this stuff. It's adding the info to all of these things. And then we are gathering the info from all these things. I might... this should work. This should work. We'll test it all out. We'll make sure it works. So we want to post to the server. Let me... It's been a while since I've done jQuery post. Let's once I get the online login core, right? I believe I have a post in here somewhere. Yeah. Let's just take this.